I look up and I go, oh, this is this space is actually a lot tighter than I thought it would be. And then for some reason, my eyes made it seem like the walls were coming in on me a little bit. So what the fuck is this feeling? and then I don't know why I thought this, but I looked at around the door and I was like, oh, that's such a tight space for the air to come in. How much more air do I have? Like in time. It's
127 hours all over again.
And I start really freaking out, and I'm like, just trapped in my walk-in wardrobe. It's just Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokaii with two eyes. We are back. We're on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. Lee, what scares you?
What scares me?
Give me your fears, mate.
I would say there's a fear of drowning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit. But, like, I really like the water, so it's fucking...
So it's a love-hate relationship.
It really is, man. Like, I don't know. I feel fine swimming in, say, like a lake or a dam. But in the ocean, just because of how deep it is, like I think
you
it's
don't
like,
know what's under there.
I just don't know.
Yep.
And there's so much ocean that still has not been explored, let alone like discovered.
What about a pool? Did you ever have it when you would play with friends and then you'd get, dunked under for a bit too long? I had that once.
I had that, but I don't really think it's scary. I think if anything, I more or less just was like found it was just like that whole like that sort of thing.
I don't know. I had a few times where I got dunked under and it was play wrestling pretty hard. And after a bit, I was like, oh, I'm really been under for a while.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, it was a full on, I full on get out of the water like
fair
that.
Enough.
I'm like, your mum was watching us. Does she not know how to?
Nothing.
My mum would have been on this. So tomorrow.
Your mum's actually like a lifesaver too. Like their mum's a lifesaver. They're just like, they're just fine. That'll be fine. Well, you're just there. Come on, like, stop it.
I don't know the full story, but I remember when I did swimming lessons once, I was waiting to get in the pool and I just look around and I'm looking at stuff and I think I maybe got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tarzo and I think I got Exodia, like the full Exodia, gold, and I look and I turn to the left. Next thing my dad's in the water, full closed, holding this girl up. And I think
Dad, what are you doing?
I heard once, I don't remember, I just remember watching my dad go, I heard the one side where he thought she was drowning. And he just jumped in because he how he worries, Just drowning. But I have no idea the full context. So maybe she was like struggling.
Well,
but imagine just turning around, your dad's just all his flannel, his jeans.
Dad, what are you doing?
Do you want a Smith's chip?
I'm going to be honest. I guess it's a fear/hate. I really, like, no word of a lie, I fucking hate moss. Moths and bugs, man. I fucking hate that shit so much. Like,
really?
Yeah, man. I hate, like, if, in all seriousness, right? So if I'm in my room, just like laptop on or like my light, and there's like a moth in my room, I'm genuinely like, I will fucking kill you. I'm not keeping that. I'm genuinely like, I'm like, that thing is dead before I go to sleep.
So, hold on. So you're not a fear, if it'll get on you, you'll be like, what the fuck? You won't freak out. You're more like, I'm going to kill you because I don't like you in my space?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like bugs and or moss. Like, you could even ask my brother and my mum, and like, they'd be like, yeah, Lee fucking hate. Like,
I believe you. There's no reason to lie.
Well, there could be. Maybe we're just making up for the pod.
Like 5 years later, I'm like, at your family's place. It's like, oh, Lee's crazy fear of bugs. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why would he lie?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Maybe just being like, not necessarily like claustrophobia, but just being like trapped. Like I can't like get like not like but not in like a small space, but like
just not knowing a way.
Yeah,
out.
like not knowing a way, like getting like lost in a forest, for example.
And
being like, fuck, how do I get back?
That would be a fear.
Like, how the fuck do I get back to the road?
Okay, I think
like I'm actually like no fear. Reception. Like it's genuinely like I don't actually know if I'm meant to walk forward or back, and it's like you end up walking further into the forest.
You climb up a tree.
Like, it's just like, fuck my life. Like, that would actually scare the ever-living fuck out of me.
I'll just keep climbing up. Well, could you do fear factor? So, okay, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. Doing a fear factor.
Yep.
Joe Rogan obviously hosts a show, for anyone who doesn't know. it would be couples, it would be people who are single, whatever, and you go up against 4 or 5, whatever, how many people. And the challenges are incredibly crazy. And they're all about people's fears. So one might be you put your head locked in a box with nothing but bugs, and you have to try.
Couldn't do it. I couldn't fucking do it, man.
Some are walking from building to building.
Yep,
and obviously they've got
heights. I fucking hate heights. I fucking hate heights.
How did heights not come up, but bugs did?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even really think about heights until you just said it there. But man, I used to have the fear in Melbourne. So you know where Flinders Street Station is, and there's a bridge you can walk across to go to Crown.
Yep.
Grade 6, man, I used to hate walking. I would get inside my own head being like, no, the bridge is going to collapse underneath me. And like, I'm dead. Like, just stupid shit like that, man. Like, flying as well. I used to hate flying for like the longest time.
Yeah, I don't like turbulence.
Because like, I'd watch all those like air crash investigations and be like, not a fucking chance.
Just before you take off.
Yeah, not a fucking... Like, and I'd be like full grip onto the chair as well. I'd be like, like, I am not dying today, motherfucker. Like, not a chance.
Yeah, I would be the worst partner on Fear Factor. If someone who is like really ballsy said, man, there's a chance for us to win $1 million, everyone else, I've scoped the competition, they're not good. I'd be like, mate, they're not good. I am the bottom of the barrel. I would not be able to do the disgusting eating challenges. I would not be able to do heights. I would not be able to do the bugs, uncomfortable stuff, the claustrophobia. I wouldn't be able to do any of it.
Yeah, no, I'm the exact same as you, man.
There was one where they were stuck in a box that was filling up with water.
See? No. Like,
so as it's filling up, there's going to be a point where it can get too hard and you can get out. But there's still like 3, 4, 5 seconds where they have to fix up the box to make sure you can get... Just thinking that it could possibly...
Go wrong.
Because a good example, do you know the movie Now You See Me?
Yes. Would
you happen to know... So the woman in that movie that's got red hair, it's Sacha Baron Cohen's wife. I don't know her name, but she's on all those ads.
For like something. I know,
phone company.
She's Australian, that chick.
She is Aussie. Yeah. So there's a scene where she is taking off handcuffs in a glass box that's filled with water. In that scene, she's actually drowning. So she's really drowning. She's banging on the glass trying to get out because it's gone wrong.
Yeah, fuck.
But they don't... The people who are filming it had no idea.
Method acting, like
literally,
sort of thing, like,
yeah.
oh, well, look how good she's doing the scene. Like,
she's actually breathtaking. And she's in there. It's like, my breath is taking.
Okay, fuck.
So, yeah.
That's fucked, man.
She nearly died.
That's so fucked. Like, actually, like, incredibly fucked. Isla Fisher isn't her name?
Maybe. Yeah. So, now, my similar circumstance with my brush with death, my story.
Dun, dun.
Should be on 60 Minutes, honestly. Man, do you think, before we go into that, do you think the people on like ACA and Channel 7 News, when they reported those stupid things like neighbours fighting, do you think they like sit there and go, was this meant to be my career?
Surely not.
Surely not.
I was saying this last night. So I was at the misplaced with our man, and I was like, The Current Affair has got to be one of Australia's like worst TV shows.
It'd have to be.
Ever, man. Every fucking Monday night, it's always a Bad Neighbour.
Yep.
Tuesday, it's always the Hoons. Wednesday night, it's fucking... Did you know you could save $3 at the grocery market if you did this hack?
Well, your bills,
all the fucking time. The fourth one is how the landlord's being a cunt. Guess what? They all fucking are. Like,
or the tenant.
And then Friday is like some like sort of sob story to like lead you into the weekend.
Yeah, I think
it is legitimately like so copy paste. And then like the following week, it's like, all right, I know that we just interviewed some bad neighbours in Frankston. Now let's go to another lot of bad neighbours. Like Tracy Grimshaw's there, like, you know, fucking high hat, fucking. Oh, mate. It is so bad.
It really is bad because I've sat there and I've gone, okay, you know, because they would think gold when they go to maybe an auto shop that's ripped someone off and the bloke's just flipping out on people, throwing spanners and wrenches at them. Like, they're sitting there going, gold.
Yeah, legitimately,
gold. This is perfect. So I could see how the cameraman and the editors and all that are sitting there and it's like, this is perfect. This is going well. But for a journalist, I would think that career like is something
bottom barrel journalism.
That's what I was going to say. I think for a journalist, you're not going, I'm just going to get what I can get. If you go in that career, you're trying to really
get the best
grow
story possible.
Yeah. So do you reckon they sit there and go, I can't believe I'm getting attacked by a mechanic right now?
Oh, probably. Well, mate, the amount of times those bad neighbours ones, it's like, mate, The neighbours have told you to tell them, get the fuck, like just bang them like away. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch them. Don't. They're like always water bottles as well, like just random with the hose. Get off my lawn, like the whole. It's like, could you imagine actually rocking up and being like, Mum, just whatever. Please don't watch Current Affair tonight. It's just, yes, I get attacked again. Yes, I want you to wash my suit. No, I won't be home for Snitz. All right, I'll be home for dinner. Guys, we're reporting live. It's just, it's so shit. It's so shit.
It is the trashiest form of television.
It really, man, if you're actually sticking around on fucking Channel 10 after their news, 7 after their news for Today Tonight, or 9 News to watch Current Affair, the fuck are you actually doing?
Yeah, if you watch one of their stories and it goes halfway through and there's an ad break, and you've got that little bit at that window, that 60-second time frame where you can turn the TV off and or change it to someone else, and you don't, you think you need a hobby.
Yeah. Fuck. Surely you're not there with your notes and you're like, on Tuesday at 6:35, the story was this at 6:47.
Especially because with YouTube, there's so much more entertaining news.
Yeah,
and
just watch a series.
And you can actually see that on TikTok now, there's that many people covering news. I now know what's going on in fucking America.
Yeah, I was going to say, you actually get to know the world news. I feel like 7, 9, 10, unless it's something major in like the UK, US.
But it's not fluff too. Do you know what I mean? Because the world of TikTok, they're trying to get as much eyes to it. Yeah, and as fast as they can. Yeah, it's just, this is what's happening. This is what needs to change. And it's done. It's like,
the same as like, I feel like I feel if there's ever like a celebrity or a sports star that's say retired, injured, whatever, I find out that I find the information so much quicker if I like, granted TikTok sometimes isn't always correct or true, but like, man, Twitter 90% of the time is like spot on.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, like I found this, and then it's like Facebook like 3 hours later, and you're like, yeah, I knew that like 3 hours ago. Like, it's crazy, man.
It's the same with how we were speaking about ads before. Did you see that Netflix that you're now introducing?
Yeah, that's what the fuck. I may as well just stick with normal TV.
Do you know if they're doing a payment plan where, I don't know, if you pay an extra $5, you don't get ads, or now every payment plan has ads?
I have no idea. I can imagine that they would do something like that to have like a YouTube Red.
Either way, it pisses me off.
But like, what's the point? Like, I'm already giving you money to watch streaming things.
Ad-free.
And now you're going to give me like, I didn't ask. They were going to lose so many subscribers with that shit, man. People just won't put up with it.
I've already been seeing that they've been introducing things like little shorts on their Netflix and games you can play. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
That's not what I want on Netflix. I want you to release new shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, stick to what you're good at. Like, for the most part, like your Netflix originals and all that. Just keep pumping them out.
That's what you need to do.
Like, but I feel like Netflix is slowly dying anyways, especially here in Oz.
It is. I'm not. I never hear anything good about Netflix lately.
It's never like, oh, what are you watching on Netflix? Like, really?
Nah, it's not.
So I feel like there's almost too much stuff now as well.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Like at our fingertips.
Yeah.
And so many like Stan has stuff that Netflix has that now Disney Plus has all that. So it's just like, fuck, I don't really need to have all this shit.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a movie with my girlfriend last night, and we went through Netflix, Stan, and Disney Plus and Foxtel.
Holy shit.
And I was trying to find something, and there is a lot of stuff, but again, too much choice. I was like, what the fuck I want to watch?
Yeah, I just want something quick and convenient. Like, give me something in like the top 10.
Ended up watching Minority Report.
Not bad. Not bad.
Guys, there's I'll finish with a little story.
Yeah, bit of story time.
Bit of story time. So when we bought this place, we started renovating. There was the works that needed to be done. We needed to do a few things with the floor. We needed to make sure the kitchen and the bathrooms were redone, and they're always the biggest. They're the biggest investment into a home. Always
most
the
definitely.
Kitchen and the bathroom. As well, for the personal touches, I had a walk-in robe that was just completely ruined, but it could be something special. It didn't really have much in it, so I was like, perfect. So we rip everything out. We get the bathroom started. So things are happening. But I wasn't getting enough time to come down to the property myself. My family was. I was getting caught up with work, and I was like, far out. I need to actually get down and put in like a solid day's work because they're doing all this stuff and I'm not there. So I asked them, I was like, oh, what can I do? Let me know. I'm going to show up early.
Get to work.
Yeah, we can't show up until the afternoon. I'm like, that's fine. I'm going to show up early. I'm going to get like 3 hours in before you guys even get there. It's fine. And they're telling me, yep, well, perfect. You can go throughout the whole house and rip up all the carpet. It's like, easy. I can do that. It's not too bad. So I show up, have my little coffee, get in the house. And I'm also filming for my personal TikTok, like just the house in general, just me doing work. Like I filmed myself fucking just using a broom. It's just trying to
setting up your phone too for that perfect broom shot.
Literally, I was like trying to just make it look like I'm a little handyman. I go into my room where the walk-in wardrobe is, and I start ripping up the carpet and everything. And then I go in the walk-in wardrobe and I put my phone down and I go in and I'm starting to rip it up and I close the door behind me because the walk-in wardrobe had a door on it. For me, I'm like, why would a walk-in wardrobe have a door? You walk in. There's no need for a door. Anyway, I close that, start ripping up the carpet, rip up all the carpet. I'm like, perfect, got it. Go to open the door. And I realize there's no handle on the door. There's nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they didn't tell me that because I obviously haven't been spending enough time around here. And I'm like, fucking hell. And I quickly go to grab my phone. No phone. So in a space of 5 seconds, I've realized the situation I'm in. And I've literally done this. I've gone out loud by myself. I've gone, oh, fucking course. And I thought it was so funny because I'm like, again, you know me, I'm like, this is a story I can tell.
Yeah, that's the initial reaction.
That was the initial reaction. And then I walk around and this very small, tight space. Like no
carpet anymore either, by the way. It's not a comfortable floor.
No, it's got the carpet ripped up inside, but I've kind of squished it together and put it in the corner.
It's now sitting on the carpet bowl.
So I think it would be, the dimensions. If you were to go into a normal bathroom in, I don't know, maybe a movie theater or McDonald's, whatever it be, maybe 1.5 of a stall.
Yep. That's probably good.
Something like that. So I start walking around, and when I mean walking, just doing little baby steps in a circle, like looking up and just giggling. And as I look up, I'm like, it's 3 hours till someone comes here. Don't have a phone. Yelling would do nothing. I'm stuck.
You know, my dumbass this whole time as well, and it's completely funny because I know that you said that you didn't have a phone there, but my thought just there was like, why the fuck didn't Luke just call me?
What, anyone?
I know, I'm a fucking idiot.
So
it doesn't even have an iPhone either, so you can't just be like, hey Siri, can you call?
But in 2022, it's scary being just outside without my phone. Like I'm just on it all the time. So now I think maybe I was just suffering from withdrawals in general. From not
you can even go on TikTok to kill the 3 hours. That's
what I was going to do, because I sat there and I went, I could be on my phone right now and I just do TikTok. But I go, okay, and I sit on the carpet that I've fucking scrunched up in the corner. I look up and I go, oh, this is this space is actually a lot tighter than I thought it would be. And then for some reason, my eyes made it seem like the walls were coming in on me a little bit. So what the fuck is this feeling? and then I don't know why I thought this, but I looked at around the door and I was like, oh, that's such a tight space for the air to come in. How much more air do I have? Like in time. It's
127 hours all over again.
And I start really freaking out. And I'm like, just trapped in my walk-in wardrobe. It's just with the closest person 3 hours away. And I start freaking out, like really freaking out. And I was like, okay, it's okay. And the only thing I had, and I tried to fucking Bear Grylls it, the only thing I had was this little hook that was attached to the back of the door. So I break that off and try to like makeshift a little keyhole, like a key for a keyhole, because I could see through the door. So I was trying to push this hook into the keyhole and constantly turn. So I was really hurting my fingers. Like I was just... And I
imagine you, just in the walk-in wardrobe. You're like, let me out! And then I was like, do you hear that? It's like, hear what? Yeah, no, it's all good. Help me! Please, dear God, someone! Help me!
So I started really freaking out and I go, and I calmly like push kicked the door. Like I kicked it, and because I know a bit of Muay Thai, I was like trying to do perfect form, and as I do it,
shoes on, or shoes off at this point.
shoes were on.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Cool.
And I do it, and I see a little dint, and that dint was like a ray of hope. Is like, okay, you can do this. And in my head, I go, okay, no, don't use up all your strength, because you don't know how long you're going to be.
I mean, it's
just start
fair.
eating this carpet, like ration it out.
It's sausages.
Sausages.
Brings the carpet out. It's like, oh yeah, a bit of sweat in there. Fuck it, bit of liquid for me.
They show up 3 hours later. I've already eaten all the carpet. I'm gnawing into a bit of the floorboard.
Oh, Dad, I was just so hungry. Mum, you wouldn't understand.
Why'd you leave me so long? So then I kick, and I saw a little dent, and I just went for it. I did, while I was like, I guess like kind of screaming, like I started like push, yeah, like that. I started push kicking the door, and I put the biggest. I'm going to find the photo for the YouTube.
Yeah, you'll have
to put
to.
it up,
And
I just kicked this massive hole into the door, and like crawled out, like kind of still mid screaming, getting out of my walk-in wardrobe,
coming out of the womb all over.
And I remember like texting my mum and like in the group
You're
chat.
never going to believe it.
And literally, and I sent a photo. She's like, "What the fuck?" she
I love that that's her response. No idea of the backstory.
yeah, none of them knew. And they got here and they're like, "The fuck did you do?" And I'm like, "Just be glad I'm still here."
Like sitting legitimately in the kitchen with a cup of coffee. He's got his fucking hoodie on. He's like, seen some things, guys.
Seen some things.
I've done some things. Not proud, but I'm here. I'm alive.
Could you imagine? Like if that okay, before we go, I'm just throwing this scenario out there. I came specifically on a day they weren't meant to come. Right?
Well, see how fucked is that then?
So if I didn't have the strength to kick myself out, it was a pretty old. The mum kept reminding me, it's a pretty old door. I'm like, no, I fucking knocked down a door. Don't take that away from me. But let's say that no one was coming for that day. It was 9 a.m. Right? We don't know when they're coming next. Especially if it was a business day, they wouldn't. If I didn't come home, they would just think I'm somewhere else.
True.
They wouldn't worry.
Try to call you, be like, "It's a bit weird that he hasn't answered."
I would be. This is before we go. This is the image someone would have walked in on. It would have been me screaming because finally hearing someone come in. Them trying to figure out how to open the door, opening the door. Me shirtless, crying, bits of my hair ripped out. My nails slowly eaten, half of the carpet that was ripped off, eaten, and a shit in the corner of my walk-in wardrobe.
I don't want to talk about it.
I would have hated my life.
You're stuck in there Monday morning.
I would have
Just a sad day.
I would have never been able to look the person in the eye again if they walked in. I'd taken a shit
He's
in
got-
the corner of the room.
You got dry,
Full of carpet.
dry mouth and throat. Like, look you in here, like, no. Like fucking knock the like get out. You're like there. You're like cross. You're like, oh. Is this real air? Oh,
I did my own movie. I see no difference from what I went through in the movie 127 Hours. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was Morokaii with 2 eyes. I hope you guys have a good one.
oh, boom.
Boom.